we did not do a very good job of following a scouting report. We didn't do what we needed to do defensively. Now, give them credit. I thought some kids made some shots, but, you know, it's like Asia, when you get going early, all of a sudden that basket looks awfully big. And that's what we allowed Gorecki to do and Odom to do, and give them credit. They really shot the ball well and played well.
Jeff, what do you look at defensively as far as metrics? What matters to you?
Well, just effort. Like, we allowed 35 Aaron. I'll kill her last name, so I hate to even try. But Aaron, wide open shots. Like, we didn't even guard her, and that wasn't the plan. Like, there was nothing in our scouting report that said don't guard her, allow her to shoot wide open shots. You know, if you want to try it once to try to like psych somebody out, fine. But when they make it, you might want to guard them after that. And we never even made an attempt to guard her. I just told Maisha, as good as she was Thursday at, or what is it?
Thursday.
That's how bad things are right now. On Sunday at NC State, she was as bad tonight defensively. You know, you're gonna look and be like, gosh, she had a double-double though. You know, Maisha walks in the gym and gets a double-double. That's what I tell her all the time, and that's pressure, whatever. She's that good of a player. What Maisha needs to be able to do is get us 18 and 13, and she knows that. But tonight she just wasn't there defensively, and honestly, it's probably the first game all year that I've seen that bad. Our guards did a really good job of keeping Lexi Brown in front of them and not letting her get going early, but our post players just did not perform as well as they have all season tonight.
How do you get better in transition defense? Because they did get a few pretty easy buckets off of that.
Well, it starts off by talking, which we're very bad at that. It's unfortunately, I mean, in about 15 years when I'm no longer coaching, they'll probably come up with something where they can wear it on their watches and text as they're running down, you guard 20. And then that a buzz, and it'd be like 20 guard, you know, and then I'll run over here because, you know, it's difficult for them to talk on the floor. But hopefully, you know, somebody out there in Silicon Valley will start to do some work and get us something that the kids can wear during the game to help us. Because right now we are bad at it.
That's just symbolic of their age.
No, it's just it's reality. I mean, if I could come up with it, I wouldn't have to do this. I'd be a millionaire. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's so bad for me. I'm banking on tomorrow night, and that Mega Millions tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm banking on Mega Millions. You all won't see me if my numbers come up. I was off by 4. That's it. The last time I played.
So Jeff, as bad as this game sounds to you, how nice is it to still be able to come out with a win?
Oh, it's a win. No, I mean, I'm thrilled with that. I told him. I mean, this group of young women just put their stamp on a 17-0 start, the longest winning streak in program history. I told them I'm really proud of them. They did that. I didn't score a point. They did. They're the team that did that, and I give them all the credit. I love them. They're a great group of young women. They're fun to coach, but it's what coaching's all about. It's trying to develop it. It's trying to get more out of them, trying to get them to believe that they can give us more, that they have more to give. And as soon as we can get a few of them to believe that, then we have a chance to be special. I said it all along from the start of the year. I thought we had a chance to be good. I never dreamed we'd be sitting here at 17-0. I mean, we've had a pretty competitive schedule, but we figured out a way to win some games. I mean, even tonight, it got to a point there where we could have folded. It got to 3. And we easily could have sat there and lost that, but the kids figured out a way to win. Sam Fury steps up and hits 2 huge free throws for us. So I just told him at half court, I don't want to have to lose for them to finally realize, oh, that jerk's actually right. You know, and that's being nice for what they probably actually call me. But I don't want to get there. I don't want to because we don't need to. We just kind of figure out a way to perform for 40 minutes, both offensively and defensively, and we're good enough to do it.
Can you speak about this team's dynamic? I don't know if it's like maturity or if they're just getting along better, but it just seems so much they're clicking more than they have in the past.
Well, I think a lot has to do with how they respect each other. It's one thing I've told them, it's impossible to be best friends with 12 people. It's not gonna work. But you've gotta respect each other's differences. And I think that's hard sometimes at this age. And they've done an outstanding job of that. They appreciate what each other can bring to our team. And when you do that, then you start realizing, hey, we have a chance to be pretty darn good. We have a chance to be special. It's even at the start of the game tonight. I mean, Asia shot the ball. It made some big time shots right off the get-go. And our kids were excited for her, like they were trying to find her. And that doesn't always happen. We haven't always had that here in the past. It's like, hey, so you've scored 6 in a row. Well, now it's my turn to get mine. Well, now it's like, hey, if you keep making it, I'll keep throwing it to you. And I think that's important. That's what you're supposed to do as a teammate.
In the first quarter, there's 26 points. That's more than there were in the second half for UofL. What was your halftime message?
Well, I really wanted us to not score. I said I wanted to try to see if we could bore the crowd to death. Yeah. I got a text from the concession stand saying, hey, stop scoring so people will come buy some food. The first half, no one wanted to leave their seat because I wouldn't have wanted to leave. That was a heck of a first half offensively by both teams.
Yeah.
No, we got stagnant. We go into these spells, and then we missed some shots. I mean, we had some really good shots that we just missed that we normally make. So we'll be able to watch some film and go over things, but I'll take the win. I mean, we definitely will take the win. I'm proud of them. And now we've got to get prepared for a really good Virginia Tech team coming here on Sunday.
What went through your mind when Asia went down?
Well, it's unfortunately it's part of the game. So when I walked out, my first thing's like, okay, what is it? She goes, it's my ankle. I go, you got 2 of them. Let's get up. Let's go. And she kind of laughed at me. She's like, coach. And then I looked over at Lamont, our video coordinator's on the bench. I'm like, hey, you mind helping? And then Lamont came over, because I try to keep things light. I mean, you gotta, if you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? You're just causing more. So Lamont came over, he picked her up real quick, and I'm like, Asia, you're the first a woman he's had in his arms. We're good. And she started to laugh too. I mean, you gotta be able to laugh at situations. Asia's like, I just twisted it. I'm like, all right. And I wasn't sure if she would come back or not, but that's part of the game. And she knows I care about her. I'm gonna check on her, make sure she's okay. But then she came back and said, Coach, I'm good. I said, okay, let's go. Now you could tell she was favored in some, but she kept telling me, I'm fine.
Rebounding tonight, especially on the offensive end, seemed more consistent than usual. Do you think that's what ended up saving you guys?
Well, yeah, and we got lucky. They missed some putbacks that we didn't do a very good job boxing out in the first shot, but then they'd miss, a layup that was a little bit contested that they very easily could have made. And then we did a really nice job of finishing on that second one. But for us to win, that's what we have to do. We have to rebound the basketball.
What surprised you or your team about Bracket's performance?
Nothing really surprised me about it. I mean, I watched her play in high school. She's a heck of a ball player. The frustrating thing for me a little bit is she goes left every time she shoots. You watch her on film, it's what she does. She goes left and shoot. She goes left and shoot. And that's exactly what she did for 25 points. She went left and shot. Like if she had gone right and scored, then I would have been, hey, that's my fault. I'm like, guys, make her change the scat report. That's when we have film now, we can play player tendencies. But unfortunately, I'll give her credit. She did a heck of a job and beat us at what she does well.
Jeff, has there been a point during this whole streak that you could see players start thinking about it, or how have you really kept them kind of focused on the game ahead?
No, you know what? We talk about it like I'll tell them congratulations. We're 17-0. It's a school record, but nobody, there's no trophies handed out in January. Nobody's going to come and give you a trophy in January. So we know what we're playing for. So it's one game at a time, and our goal is the end goal, and that's to compete for an ACC championship, and then hopefully compete to get to a Final Four and compete for a national championship. Now, that's everybody's goal. It's not simple, but it's something that we are striving to attain.
Jeff, are there